DJ LP.
Hey man, it's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Probably on the west side, man. Right?
Had to come out to the west. Jumped on that plane real quick to make sure I get you. So
yeah, man.
we're here.
Actually, second time, man. Because the first time I met you, like
right. Yeah, that was 2001.
Yeah.
So I finally made my way back to the Bay. Out here.
Thank you for coming out, brother.
Cool. All right. Well, this is the continuation of This Is Why, a historical reflection of college life outside the classroom. We're here with my man, my boy, my bro.
What's going on? How you doing? My name is Philip Smith. On campus, I was Phil, DJ LP. Attended Hampton from 2002-2003 school year all the way up to 2007. Took the extended plan. I was the class of 05-12. Graduated with a degree in biology. Currently residing back in Oakland, California, where I was born and raised, and recently just completed my MBA over at St. Mary's College in Moraga, California. Currently working at Logitech with a smaller company called Ultimate Ears, creating headphones for the masses. So kind of just coming, all the way through.
All right. So, what made you decide to go to Hampton? What was the decision behind that?
I wanted to get out of California, to be honest with you. Go kick it. Pull me out, we went in these streets, and I met you, and also met Sean Washington.
Oh man, combination.
That night was pretty epic. And I went to Howard the next day. We drove back up and went to Howard, and I spent the weekend there with my cousin, and it just didn't feel right.
No.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I knew Howard was family, and when I saw you guys and hung out with you guys, had that experience, it was like, it's cool. It was pretty much set in stone.
Oh, that's what's up, man. From there, you had your freshman year, so you were part of the Hurricane Isabel.
Man.
The Hurricane Isabel year. So
that was sophomore year. Yeah. So freshman year was actually a lot of fun. That's where I the one thing that was kind of a blessing about freshman year is that I really found my passion. I was a bio major, but I was always into music, but I really didn't know how to express myself in that fashion. So when I met Sean and you guys, and Howard was your roommate, so because everybody was on 7 Miles carrying news.
Yeah.
At the townhouse.
Fourth red door on the right.
Man. So I remember it was when we started doing the parties, when you guys were doing your parties, you gave me 3 options. One of which was like you didn't have any option, you had to take it. So it's like you had to promote.
Yeah.
So we had to go to different campuses, and at that time there was no Facebook, there was no Snapchat, there was no Instagram. We had to literally hand out physical flyers to everybody on campus. So, Yancey was like smart enough to go up the streets, and so he was the big brother, like taking us out, making sure that we were doing that. But then you either could get the money at the door. If you're from California, you had to either get the party started with dancing,
right,
or you could be like the pseudo DJ or taking quote unquote crates, which were the laptop. I was attracted to music, so I started doing the DJing.
Cool.
And literally that is where my passion is right now. I love DJing. I've been DJing ever since I started at Hampton in 2002, and I still do it to this day.
Cool. So let's talk about some things you learned from DJing. So for those who are unfamiliar or thinking about learning how to DJ, just take them through like the idea of how you started to learn, and you learned differently from some other people because you started DJing on the laptop at first.
My journey was backwards.
Right.
Being a broke college student, even though techniques were still being made, like nobody really could afford to buy those, and then Serato wasn't out, so people were still legit using wax. So you had to have the space, you had to have the money, you had to have the time to go crate digging, and then that was kind of like the rise of MP3. So every kid in college at that point in time was downloading MP3s on LimeWire. So if you downloaded through LimeWire, your computer probably had AIDS. So it was a wrap. And on top of that, you just amassed these collections so fast, but you couldn't use them with your traditional, records.
Right.
So like Technics. So Cliff, who I never met, but I heard many stories about.
DJ 56K.
Yeah, DJ 56K was the first cat to pretty much jerry-rig Atomic 73, which came PC DJ. Let's not go down that rabbit hole, but he used that, passed it on to Sean, gave him the keys. Sean K gave me the keys, and then said, yo, do your thing. And one of the reasons why I started loving doing it, because at Hampton at that time, there were no other DJs on campus. We had Vince, and Vince to this day is still an amazing DJ. We love Vince. But one thing that I got annoyed with Vince was he never played any West Coast music. And being from Oakland, California, we literally got one song.
Yeah.
Everybody got a whole set. Dirty South, you can get 30 minutes. New York got God knows how long.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Then the Midwest was coming through around that time.
More Club got, we got Bad Intentions by Dr. Dre. That was it. So I was like, yo, we can change that.
Yeah.
So when Sean put me on the computer, he kind of taught me how to do it. I got the few cheat codes, but I really started taking it seriously because I was like, look, I know how to mix it. I know what people want to hear, and I know how to do it to keep a good tempo, good, speed, good key while everybody's listening, so they have a really good time.
Right.
And that kind of blossomed because I learned more and more about other cultures. I learned more about Caribbean music. I learned more about More Club, New York music, specifically how those DJs from those areas mix that music to have that specific effect on the crowd.
Cool. All right. So let's just talk about, because everybody from the West, I wanted to make sure that they understood, or like I always felt that looking back at that time, that because of you and because of the people that we have with the New Face from the West Coast, the West was very embracive. I mean, Hampton University specifically was very embracive of the West, and people from the West will come and feel at home because of the music. So, how did you feel? How does it feel now, looking back at that? Being able to provide that for the students from the West Coast.
I mean, I'm proud. I mean, I've always been proud to be a student of Hampton University and a graduate of Hampton University, but to know that you have some type of impact, for the next generation of students that come in from your area, to make it easier for them to adapt. Like it was a little difficult when I first started because nobody was from California.
Right.
And music has a really great power at bringing people together. It really doesn't matter where you're from. If you guys enjoy the music and enjoy the parties and enjoy the good time, a lot of those things that really make you feel uncomfortable or make you want to kind of hold your ground, to make you feel like, what, I have to be from New York, I have to be from California, and everybody has to know it. That just goes out the window. I mean, you kind of become yourself, and you kind of let down your guard. You're not as insecure as you would be if you were not in that environment. So saying that I had some form of impact, minor or major, it doesn't really matter, to make that type of experience for the next generation of students, make it easier for them or better for them when they go party and they say, hey, this is from my area, and everybody else is more accepting of it, and they then meet more people because of it. It makes me feel a whole lot better. I know that had like a positive impact when I was in.
Definitely. I mean, looking back at it now, I just feel like the population of the West started to increase over time. I think the more times people from the West,
we were recruiting.
I definitely see it, and I think that, like even with the mixtapes, having New Face mixtape, having the West Coast having their own genre within the mixtape, giving out 5,000 mixtapes, and everybody's listening to a West Coast set, and it's different music. E40, you got everything.
Yeah, remember when Boogie did that intro with Mace?
Yeah, I got it. They were just talking about that yesterday. I gotta see if I can get that. That's.
But those are dope, man. Like that's one thing I always appreciate about like New Face and the DJ scene, specifically working with, like when I first started. I remember one of the things that really got me hooked was watching Baby Drew spin for the first time, because he has a very similar style to Kid Capri, where he kind of keeps the party constantly going with from song to song. And then linking up with Tay, linking up with Boogie, Reg, Megan, what else we had? Marv. We also had Sean, Iceberg Slim, Jane Bell. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
That's pretty much everybody.
But just one of the things I always appreciated from those DJs is that they were hungry. They were passionate about their craft. They wanted to become better, so that forced you to step your game up in practice. They forced you to understand, like, I just don't have to play songs, I really have to rock the party.
Right.
So, and I mean, they are doing amazing things now, and I mean, like, hopefully that experience that they had in college and that I also had in college, makes them, made them who they are now, and had that assisted with their success as well.
And you're saying that you learned how to DJ through New Face. You started everything going through New Face. How was it? How did it feel for you to understand that not only were you learning, you was also creating income for yourself? You know,
That's amazing. I mean, so one of the things is like since I figured out, I always, like I said, I was into music and became a passion, but you know, you never really thought about like, okay, can I really make this, can I really monetize on this? So when I started DJing and I started getting paid to do it, it was one of those things where you really figure it out early at an early age, where when you want to do something in your career, you want to do something that you really love.
Right.
Because it's one thing to go throughout your career, you're not going to be happy with every single job that you have, but if you're doing something that you really love, it makes your life a whole lot easier. It makes your job a whole lot easier. You wake up and you want to go, and you want to go do these things on a regular basis, day to day. So when you said, hey, yo, Phil, let's go, you know, we're going to go rock this party and you'll get paid so and such and such for it, even though I had to go, you know, get my computer together. I'm not talking about a laptop. Like, there was a time we didn't have a laptop. Remember, I had to bring my computer with me. So I literally, we had to figure it out. But you bring your computer with you. You had those heavy-ass amps. You had those heavy-ass speakers. But, you know, you had a great time. And for me, it was the rush of doing something that I loved doing. And at the end of the day, it didn't feel like work.
Right. Yeah,
it just felt like I was, like, doing something that I was comfortable doing.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite event?
Rep Your City.
Rep
Your City, the first one and the very last one. The first one was like my first like real event where I had my own set.
Right.
That was like the first time you guys really let me loose on masses. So that was kind of like the first rush. And then the last one I did, it was 2007. The first I was like leaving.
Right.
So by that time, I had graduated from being on a laptop to being on turntables.
Right.
And now that I think about the set that I did before and how I was mixing and how I was doing the set in 2007, totally different. Like the maturation process, like the growth,
maturity,
the growth, maturity, the technical
learning,
skills, the whole nine, and you know how everybody reacted to it was totally different. So the Rep Your City parties were always like some of my favorites. That and especially the Mardi Gras parties, with the bees. Everybody seemed like really active. They're like they're one of those bees.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so what do you think the effect of something like New Face has on like a college freshman, you know, and having that not from a DJ standpoint, but just having that that street team family aspect? What do you think that does for somebody?
It's awkward enough, kind of being. If I can give you from my perspective, from me from California, it's awkward going to a totally different state or a totally different coast. You know, over 2,000 miles away from your family. And you only have very few people that you know from California that you're gonna mix and blend in with. So having, you know, that acceptance, those people that will take you in, that level of loyalty, that friendship, that family camaraderie that you will always have, makes it a whole lot easier. And it helps you become more situated and more comfortable with who you are. Yeah. Like, for me, it was New Face. For somebody else, it could be the Science and Biology Club. For somebody else, it could be the Drama Club. You just need to find people who really kind of get along and you blend with. But I mean, the fact that that outlet was there is crucial because, you know, I mean, some kids, like, you're in here in California, you gotta, some kids that are even from Oakland that go to UC Berkeley, which is the top public school in the nation, has over 15,000 students, you know, but, you know, you only have like 300 African American students there. Yeah. And they literally feel extremely uncomfortable because they can't relate to anybody. Right. So the fact that, one, I went to an HBCU where everybody looked like me. Two, everybody was highly intelligent and had the, I guess, the passion to really want to advance themselves and make sure that they succeeded in life. And three, were open and inviting is like the really big thing that, one, makes Hampton University an amazing place, but two, especially a thing like New Face, really makes it a lot easier and makes it a much better college experience to help you mature and grow and become an adult. So.
Talk about the 12 to 2.
And that was fun. So I think didn't we start the 12 to 2? Like, we honestly, like, because everybody like has the 12 to 2 now, but we legit started.
We started the 12. New Face started the 12 to 2.
2003. We started the 12 to 2.
Right. It was like the 2002, 2003 year. Now, like that year.
I might be a little fuzzy with it, but like I think it was like right after Isabel because we were DJing during Isabel to kind of keep everybody entertained, and when they saw the reaction that we had DJing in the student center, they said, okay, can you guys do this on? We started with Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, right?
Yeah, we started getting. Well, we wanted to make it work for us. So we started off just doing it on the weeks that we had for parties.
Right.
We had something going on, or we were promoting something. We started doing it on Wednesdays and Fridays. Yeah. And then from there we started the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
We had the most jerry-rigged set too.
Yeah, and then the Alphas got involved. They wanted to do the Alpha Fridays. You know what I'm saying? So it eventually matured into what it was. Yeah. But yeah.
That was
Isabel played a big part in that. A hurricane. We had backup generators. We came in there and there was no electricity on the whole campus, and we came with the generators. I mean, Howard spoke about it on his interview. Excuse me. Howard spoke about it on his interview. Yeah. And Maya spoke about it too. So
yeah, I mean that was clutch. I mean, 12-2 now is pretty much a staple. Yeah. Within the Hampton community.
It's expected now.
Yeah.
Like 12-2 is like the thing. Yeah. To think about it, 15, 16 years ago.
Right.
We created that.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. There's an impact that you have where you change the lives of the students that are on campus. Like one small thing where you say, hey, I got an idea. It really could have a huge impact later on in the future.
Absolutely. So, all right. So, talking about the whole East Coast, coming from the West Coast to HBCU, we always want to put that message out to high school students. We always want to talk to the youth and let them know that this is what we went through, and you can go through something just as great or better than us. But you got to get there first.
Right.
So if you had a high school student, you had a bunch of students right here to talk to that don't know about college, and they're contemplating going to college. They just want to stay home. What message would you tell them as far as what to do about college or preparing for college?
Open up your mind. College is like that key period where you got 4 years to become an adult, and it goes by quickly. It's not something that's just school. It's really a huge maturation process where you grow as a person. You learn not only about yourself, you not only learn about the craft that you want to get into through your major in school, but you develop those friendships. You develop your personality. You develop a lot of different things about you. You learn more about yourself, and it's one of those things that I tell people you just can't miss. I mean, everybody's going to go get the money. Everybody wants to hustle. There's always going to be a job, but the ability to say that you have a degree takes you a long way.
Right.
And then on top of that, it could also open a lot more doors for you. I mean,
Absolutely.
Not only just saying that you got a degree, but also on top of that, you got alumni. So there are people within who have had the exact same experience that you had, that have gone through or have advanced their careers to the point where they can open doors for you. So everybody that's gone to Hampton University is willing to say, hey, I'm going to bring you along with me. I'm opening this door so you can come through. Cool. And you can do great things. So the network, the experience, the growth. I mean, those are all the things that I would tell any high school student. That's what you need to focus on. I mean, it's not an experience that you really want to pass up at all. If you have the opportunity to go to HBCU specifically, I would definitely take that.
All right. So for a college freshman that's contemplating dropping out, that wants to leave, not go to school, they're there, but you know what, they feel like it's not for them, or for whatever reason they want to go. What would you tell that person?
I mean, you can't. I mean, like, if you were saying, like, I can't really give you a reason why you should drop out. I mean, like, there's no smart reason to, say you should drop out. I mean, I know it can get tough. I know the money's going to not be there. I know you're going to have to take out loans. It's going to be shit paying them back. I'm going through it now with, graduate school loans and everything, too. Right. But, I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I don't know what else you're going to turn back and go to, because everything that you came from is still going to be there. It can be the exact same thing that you left that you're going back to. So, I mean, you want to have a new experience, stay in school.
Cool. All right, well, you heard it yourself, your man DJ LP. Thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, the first LP.
There you go.
The main LP.
There you go.